What is going on, guys? Evan here, Bevan Sports Corner, back with another live stream here on the channel. Today, we got ourselves a Game 7 of the regional final between Texas A&M and USC. And tonight, the Aggies will look to, both these teams will be looking to move on to the Chapel Hill Regional. And A&M tonight will turn to their closing pitcher, Clayton Freshcorn, who hasn't started the game in almost 2 years. He will be tasked with shutting down a USC offense that's been putting up a lot of runs, put up 14 last night. Freshcorn's 1-2 pitch is fouled off, and it'll stay 1-2. I mean, this is it, right? This is the season for Texas A&M baseball. This is the end of the line for one of these teams today. If A&M wins, they move on. In the road, right? You got to win. So they're throwing their best arm. They really don't have a lot of starting pitching, reliable pitching left in the tank. As Freshcorn misses outside to even the count 2-2. But Freshcorn is probably your most reliable arm regardless. So this is really big time for A&M. They need Clayton Freshcorn to get the job done in as many innings as he can go today. Again, not typically a starter. Freshcorn's second next pitch is fouled off. So Lopez at the plate. Freshcorn retired the first batter of the day, and he's gotten himself into a battle here. 8-pitch AB here with Lopez, the first baseman for USC. And so, Clayton Freshcorn is a guy who they want to get as many good innings as they can, get that offense rolling, and then, hey, you don't really have to go to too many other high-leverage arms. Bouncing ball to short. And 2 down in the inning. So bouncing ball to the shortstop there, and Kellner makes the play. Yeah, Freshcorn, this is a guy, again, who's been one of the SEC's top relief pitchers this season. And Clayton Freshcorn, he just does his thing. He's been great in the closing role for A&M this year. He threw 19 pitches in their Friday game against Lamar. Now he'll face Augie Lopez, the DH for USC, who hit 18 home runs. Had a good regional, and Lopez grounded to second. Royo makes the play, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 from Clayton Freshcorn in the top half of the first inning. Now the high-powered Aggie offense will get out there onto the field and see what damage they can make in the bottom of the first. It is what it's all about. Clayton Freshcorn has done the job. A quick little 1-2-3 inning from Freshcorn, and that's what they needed. And A&M's pitching has been their big struggle. They've pitched pretty terribly throughout the season, but they have an opportunity here for something great today. They have an opportunity to win and move on. So got to go with your best arm in this situation. Got to get Freshcorn out there and see what he can do. Again, A&M they just don't have a whole lot of other options, right? They lost their ace, Aiden Sims, for the rest of the season to an injury that really hasn't been disclosed too much by Michael Early and the A&M staff, but it's a bad injury nonetheless. And then outside of Freshcorn, who does A&M really have left in the tank? Cunningham, not a great relief pitcher at all, if we're being for real. A&M really just doesn't have a lot of options, but their offense is amazing, and so if A&M can just get something decent out of Freshcorn the first couple innings and just hopes that Shane Sadao or anybody that they bring in can just do the job. Darden started last night. He got destroyed. Grant Galva will take the mound for USC. The sophomore went 10-2 on the year with a 2.96 ERA. Not the ace of the staff. That is Mason Edwards, but Edwards is not. We'll see what his availability is for USC today. Got to think, you got to go balls to the wall. Here's the elite A&M offense. Their 1-5 hitters are batting .400 in this regional. Gavin Grahovac, Caden Sorrell, Chris Akopian, Jake Dewar, and Nico Partita. Grahovac and Sorrell are two of the best hitters in the country. Chris Akopian, not too bad himself. He's amazing. Jake Dewar had a big home run for them. I think it was in the win over Texas State. Dewar hit a bomb. Partita's been an elite freshman, and A&M today decided to put Jorian Wilson back in the lineup. But here's one of the hottest hitters in the country right now, and that is Gavin Grahovac at the plate. The A&M star third baseman, although he now moved to first base. Used to play third. Now he's at first. Gavin Grahovac, again, he has been hot and ready to go. So we'll see what Grahovac can do here. First pitch of the day, and Grahovac goes hacking, fouls it off, 0-1 count. So Grahovac, the junior from Orange, California. He has 3 solo home runs in this regional and had a great junior season for A&M, 345 with 22 home runs. Missed most of his sophomore, I think missed all of his sophomore year pretty much with an injury, or like pretty much all of it. But he has had a great junior season. 0-1 to Gavin Grahovac. And he swings and misses at strike 2. But not going to find many better top threes in the lineups around the country than Grahovac, Sorrell, and Hakopian for sure. So it's been, these guys are dogs and they can get on you very early in a game. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Gavin Grahovac. And he'll take that one in the dirt for ball 1. So, I mean, yeah, you get him on and then you get Sorrell up next, Hakopian. I mean, it really is just a great lineup all around. You know what I mean? It's just a really great lineup all around. 1-2 count here. The Aggie crowd will try to make their difference. The 12th man, 1-2 to Grahovac. Swinging a hard line drive. That one is foul. The 12th man will try to make their difference today for this Aggie team. Grahovac has 47 home runs in his A&M career, tied for the 4th in program history, one of the most prolific sluggers in the history of this program. Gavin Grahovac, great player. 1-2 count to Gavin. He swings it. It's a hard line drive. That's gloved at third base. And a great scoop over there at first base. That one took like a 2-hop across the infield. And Grahovac is retired to start the inning. What a play by the third baseman for USC. That was Takuchi there to to collect this ball. But then a great job by the first baseman, Lopez, to pick this. This took a 2-hop across the infield and a really nice pick there. Not the cleanest of throws for sure, but it gets the out on a hard line drive from Grahovac on the first AB of the day. So here's Caden Sorrell, the power hitting lefty for the Aggies. Has been one of the top players in the country the last few seasons. He takes a strike, a little high and outside looked like, but they call it strike 1. From Highland Village, Texas, Caden Sorrell. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. He has 3 doubles, 3 walks, and a couple RBIs in this regional. And he swings and hits this one high in the air to shallow right. Shift is on, and Sorrell is retired on a pop-out for the second out of the inning. So Sorrell, just kind of got under that one and skied it up in the air. Not really the too great of a start there from A&M's 2 sluggers. Well, I guess Grahovac put good contact on that one. Sorrell got under it, but oh man. Here's the designated hitter, Chris Hakopian. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. So Govil throwing a lot of strikes early on in this game for USC. He's throwing a lot of strikes early on. Hakopian's hit a couple home runs in this regional. Batted over 300 for the Aggies this season. Big-time transfer for A&M. And Chris swings this one, fouls it off. 0-2 count. So Govil filling up that strike zone early on today. MLB draft prospects. Per Kylie McDaniel, Hakopian is the number 19 prospect in the upcoming draft. Sorrell at 45 and Grahovac at 70. So A&M's top 3 hitters are all top 70 prospects in the upcoming MLB draft. Hakopian hits one high in the air to right field. This one going towards the foul line, and it is going to stay foul. The USC right fielder gave it a run. Bassett there tried to give it a run and see what he can do, as this ball just tailed off towards that foul line and then eventually landed just at the side of the fence. So it'll be an 0-2 count still to Hakopian, as he has taken a hack at the first 3 pitches. Just hasn't squared up good contact. But Akopian's a very dangerous slugger. He missed some time with injury, and obviously one of the reasons why Akopian's such a high-level prospect is not just his bat, but his fielding. But unfortunately, with his injuries he's been dealing with, he's out here toughing it out for this Aggies team. 0-2 pitch to Akopian, and that's a swing and a ground ball to third base. This one's fielded cleanly. Throw across the diamond, and Akopian is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Govil, and both high-powered offenses go scoreless in the first inning of this one. So there you go. If y'all listening, and click the subscribe button. We're off to a good start here in College Station. Some good baseball being played. Both pitchers coming out doing their thing. Again, you know, eventually, someone will get through. But I gotta say, you know, that A&M top 3 is gonna get going, and it's scary when those guys do get going. It is very scary. Did Florida get knocked out of? It's been a wild regional. Yeah, Florida just got knocked out. They lose 10-2. So that is another top seed. I mean, if you love chaos, I know March Madness is kind of the, you know, pinnacle of sports chaos, but I can't lie. This year's baseball regionals, if you guys have been paying attention to those, holy crap. UCLA, number 1 seed in the whole tournament, gets eliminated. Number 2 seed Georgia Tech got knocked out today by OU. Number 9 seed Southern Miss. Number 8 seed Florida. Number 10 seed Florida State. I mean, so many host seeds have been eliminated. It's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous for sure. But that's how baseball go, man. Sometimes you play great all season. I mean, UCLA lost 6 games, 51-6 in the regular season, just to lose in their regional. So Cal Poly versus Morgantown looks like that'll be the regional. And then Oklahoma will travel to Lawrence for the Kansas Super Regional. Georgia versus Mississippi State's already a fun matchup. If Auburn can win their regional, they'll face off against Ole Miss. Winner of this College Station regional, whoever wins the USC North Carolina, whoever wins this game, USC or A&M will face North Carolina in the Chapel Hill regional. Oregon will be heading to Austin to play against the Texas Longhorns. Alabama versus St. John's, and then Troy versus Little Rock. So either Troy or Little Rock is going to Omaha, which is ridiculous. That's college baseball. Here we go. Kevin Takuchi, third baseman for the USC Trojans, takes 2 balls early from fresh corn outside. So there you go. That is quite the start. So Little Rock and Troy, man, who would have thunk it? 2 4 seeds. Outside again from fresh corn, it is a 3-0 count to Takuchi here, who's been hitting well in this regional for the Trojans. Fresh corn, seeing what he can do. Clayton Fresh Corn. 3-0 pitch, and that one is in there for strike 1. So Fresh Corn delivering some pretty good pitches here early on. You guys are listening again, be sure to click that subscribe button. Helps out the channel a lot. Trying to get to 2,000 subs. Here's the pitch. That one's on the corner. And they'll call it a ball, but they say that Takuchi went around here with this swing, and it was close. I don't know if he held up or not. But they'll say that Takuchi wasn't able to hold off on his swing, which means full count coming up here for Takuchi. And the 3-2 pitch is swung on and grounded to second. Royo cleanly fields it. And the 4th consecutive batter retired by Clayton Freshcorn. I mean, A&M is getting exactly what they need out of their closer. Because you know their offense is going to wake up eventually, right? So, I mean, Freshcorn can just get it done, give you a few innings here, 4 or 5 innings of Freshcorn, and give that offense, that high-powered A&M offense, a ton of time to really just get going. Isaac Cadena, the junior for USC, the junior catcher, he's had a great regional, 9 for 14 with a home run, a double, and 5 walks, and he takes a hack at the first pitch foul. He's really good. He's having a great regional. He's hitting with power, good eye at the plate with the 5 walks. I mean, guy's playing well. Guy is playing well. 0-1 pitch. Freshcorn sitting at a 20 pitch count right now, and he throws that one just a bit inside for ball one. So yeah, A&M yesterday. The only good thing for A&M yesterday about getting blown out like they did is that they didn't have to use any high-level arms and lose. USC also has the full pitching arsenal available as Kadena Skies went into center field. Sorrell is getting towards it, makes the catch, and there's two down here in the top of the second. So I gotta say that's definitely a big advantage right there, is that you just didn't have to use any high quality arms. Oh, did Texas Tech just walk off Alabama? Yes, they did. All right. But yeah, Clayton Freshcorn is getting the job done. So first pitch for a strike to the right fielder was Bassett. But Freshcorn again getting the job done so far for A&M. 0-1 pitch. That one just outside. They'll call ball one. And Clayton Freshcorn, absolute dog. Jack Bassier, the senior right fielder. 1-1 count from Freshcorn. And the pitch is swung on and fouled off. It'll be a 1-2 count. So if you're all listening again, be sure to click the subscribe button, comment in the chat. I love interacting with the viewers. It's a lot of fun. So be sure to hit up the chat and see what's up. If y'all want to talk baseball, football, anything. 1-2 count from Freshcorn, and the pitch is swung on and fouled off again. So these USC hitters have been battling, but they haven't been able to get any good contact off of A&M's best pitcher. I mean, Sims was their best starter, but again, losing him for the year, I don't know. Has Weston Moss available? He pitched a really good game for A&M against Texas State a couple days ago. Or was it? Yeah, it was Texas State. I mean, A&M does have some arms available. Not too many good ones. There's another foul ball there from Bassier. There's not a whole lot of good quality arms. I mean, A&M's pitching staff is definitely, one of the weaker ones in the SEC this year. They didn't have a very good pitching staff this season. Just a limited number of trustworthy arms. 1-2 pitch. Freshcorn, and he drills Bassier in the arm. So that is going to be a free base runner. I think it's the first base runner of the evening for either team. So a 2-out hit by pitch. And Freshcorn just kind of let this pitch tail away from him inside right into Bassier. It looks like, yep, he just got hit on that on the upper arm. Not the forearm, but like near the shoulder area, kind of. It's kind of where he got drilled there. Got plunked. Not plunked. That's more of a plunk. So Freshcorn was dealing. We'll see if he can retire the next hitter in this USC lineup, which is Lamb, the left fielder. The first pitch, and Lamb swings and fouls it off. I think this guy hit a home run last night. I think he did. Look at DeGrom out here pitching so good for the Rangers. Lamb, I think he did hit a home run. So Freshcorn, I'll keep pitch counts updated. Freshcorn is at 29, about to throw pitch number 30 of the evening. Yeah, Florida really just got destroyed. 10-2 is insane. 0-1 to Lamb. That one's outside. 1-1 count. So yeah, if Corn can give A&M 4 or 5 innings, assuming that their offense eventually gets something going, then I don't know who they go to. They go to Sadao. He's been terrible though. I don't know. 1-1 pitch here to Lamb, and Freshcorn will go back to the first base bag with a pickoff attempt. Clayton Freshcorn. So far, so good from Freshcorn early on in this one. 1-1 count. And that one's downstairs, 2-1. A&M, I mean, the one year that they did make the national championship game a couple years ago, they just had some they had some really good starters, but they had a shutdown bullpen with Chris Cortez, who could eat up those innings, and then Evan Oschenbeck was a lockdown closer for A&M that season. They just don't have that. They have the lineup, but they just don't have that type of pitching. Lamb grounds this one foul, so the count will be evened up at 2-2. They just don't have that type of pitching staff. That's just something that they don't have this year. USC's got a good offense, decent staff. USC offense kind of heating up at the right time. If they're able to win this, they definitely pose a threat to UNC. Both these teams can with their attacks. As Fresh Corn will go back to first base on their pickoff attempt. But definitely A&M, the staff is definitely a big-time issue for them. And not having Aiden Sims, I mean, you lose the only reliable starter. I mean, Weston Moss did pitch a good game the other day. He's got that ability in the tank, but, I mean, any quality arm for A&M is clutch. Lamb fouls off an inside pitch, 2-2 still. So these USC hitters continue to battle against Clayton Freshcorn, who is just trying to get through as many innings as possible, eat up as many innings in this winner go home game. And again, this is game 7 of the regional, everything on the line for both of these teams. If you want to move on and get to the super regionals with a shot at Omaha, I mean, gotta win. Look at the Longhorn softball team. Goats. 2-2 pitch to Lamb, and that one swung on and missed. Strike 3. A great battle between Fresh Corn and Lamb, and Fresh Corn wins the battle. USC strands 1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Great pitch here from Clayton Fresh Corn. Low breaking ball, just got low in the zone, and Lamb was hacking all AB long. Wasn't able to lay off that one. So it is, I mean, that's 2 great innings there from Fresh Corn. You put up 2 zeros on the scoreboard. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. Clayton Fresh Corn. Now the issue for A&M is Fresh Corn's pitch count is getting up there. So that's kind of the issue for A&M is the pitch count gets a little too high. Well, I mean, you don't want to turn to those other options because like I've said, I've talked about it a lot. A&M's just doesn't have they just don't have as much pitching depth that they trust. That's just kind of how it is. You don't have pitching depth that you trust. I mean, what are you going to do? A&M staff just, I don't know. Who would they throw? I mean, Sadao pitched a few days ago, but he hasn't been that great for them this year. Darden struggled big time yesterday. I don't think they go back to him. We'll see what happens. But Fresh Corn is doing the job right now. Lions too. Okay. Yeah, Lions. That's their other decent option is Lions. He's a decent little pitcher for them. So he's also an option that you could probably see them going to tonight is Lions. See what the middle of this A&M ordered to do. They're sawing off the horns in between the innings. The University of Texas is moving on to the Super Regional. My Longhorns will face Oregon. So, see how we do. Jake Dewar at the plate for A&M, the senior second baseman. And Dewar with a ground ball to the right side. It's fielded cleanly by USC for the first out of the inning. So a quick little ground out there from Jake Dewar. Nicely done there by their second baseman, Kovrubas. Here's Nico Partita, the very talented A&M freshman. One of the best freshmen in the country this season, and he takes strike 1. Those 2, wow. Partita hit over 300 for the Aggies this year, 12 home runs as a freshman, and he's been tremendous for A&M all season long. Apparently down 0-2, which that was quick. 0-2 to Partita, and that one's down low, and it'll be 1-2. I guess I don't know. I didn't remember the first pitch. If you're all listening in, click that subscribe button. But Nico Partita, great player, has an incredibly talented future for A&M. Will be a top draft pick one day. And he's been a staple in the lineup for them this year. The 1-2, and Partita swing and a miss, strike 3. And there is the strikeout for Govil, who's been pitching more to contact early on for these Trojans. Grant Govil has done a great job retiring these A&M hitters through the first couple innings. But now we'll see if A&M can get something else going here with Ben Royo, who's been hitting really well for them. Oh, 1 now to Royo. Here we go, boys. 0-1 to Ben Royo, and that pitch is in there for a strike. Govil throwing some strikes early on, so A&M just got to hit him because this guy, he's putting him in the zone. He's giving you chances to hit. Bottom of the second, 2 outs. And the 0-2 to Royo. Swung on and hit out into center field. Little fly ball gets in the middle of the center field, but that will be caught for the 3rd out. So 3 up, 3 down for the 2nd straight inning. And USC continues to do well. Grant Govil has come out and he has pitched well so far, retiring the first 6 Aggies of the day. And we head to the 3rd inning with a scoreless ball game here in College Station. If y'all are listening, click that sub button. It really does help out the channel a lot. It's been a good start to this one. Pitchers duel between these two teams, which is not exactly what the scouting report said. But we do know that both these teams are throwing some of their top arms, so it is to be, at the start of the game is kind of what you expected. They're throwing their high-level arms, so we'll see if it leads to offense soon. And so, yeah, it's a winner-take-all to go to the Chapel Hill Regional. All right. Here we go. Top of the 3rd. Fresh Corn back out there for his 3rd inning of work. The first 2 he's done the job, but he's taken a lot of pitches to get there. So a nice little 1-2-3 from Fresh Corn would be ideal for the Aggies as they're looking to make sure they can save as much their bullpen as they can. A&M's looking for their 3rd Super Regional appearance in the last 5 seasons. So yeah, Early rolled the dice, putting his closer out there first in hopes that he could shut this USC offense down early and then eventually turn it over to that bullpen with a lead. Fresh Corn, first pitch, grooves it in there for strike 1. That's to Carpenter. Is it Carpenter? 0-1 pitch, and Carpenter skies one up in the air towards shallow right. That one's not even going to get out of the infield. Grahovac under it for the first out of the inning. That's exactly what A&M was looking for there. Gavin Grahovac gets the out. And yeah, it's exactly what you were looking for right there. Now Walter Urban comes up to the plate. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what Fresh Corn can do. If you get through this inning quickly, then you probably got at least a couple more innings of them before you may eventually have to pull him. Because, again, he's a guy who doesn't start a lot of games. How much stamina does that arm have in it? He hasn't thrown much all regional. So, Fresh Corn, I mean, he is about as fresh as he could possibly be. 1-0 count here to Walter Urban, who has been red hot in this regional, 9 for 18 with a grand slam. Here's the 1-0, and Urban will take that one on the outside corner for strike 1. Really nice pitch from Fresh Corn. So We'll see what USC has in store. Fresh corn nearing the 40 pitch mark here in the third. 1-1 to Fresh. 1-1, and this one's hit out to shallow left, and it'll be caught there by Boston Kellner for the second out of the inning. So this is exactly what you were looking for if you're A&M. 2 quick outs here in the top of the third. This is just a lazy little blooper type hit, a little lazy liner, and Kellner was in the right position, the right depth, didn't let it get over his head as it was towards the edge of the infield. And 2 quick outs for Fresh Corn. I mean, again, you couldn't really ask for much more from Fresh Corn through the first 3 innings. And now the top of the order comes back up. Covarrubias lines this one into left field. That one is down for a base hit. And USC has their first hit of the night. They got their first base runner last inning. They get their first hit of the night on this liner from Covarrubias, who squared up that first pitch well, lined out into left field. I mean, I guess at least this for A&M, it's just a 1-pitch hit. Not like it was a grueling AB. Again, Fresh Corn, they need Fresh Corn to just keep it coming. Keep it going, Fresh Corn. That's what they need. He's at 40 pitches now. And the second hitter in the lineup, Lopez to the plate. They have multiple Lopez guys in their lineup. I think this is Angel. Not sure. That one is outside from Fresh Corn. 1-0 to Lopez. Now, this USC lineup has been red hot in this regional. So far, nothing going really. A couple base runners here against Clayton Fresh Corn. 1-0 pitch. And Fresh Corn's going to go back over to first base. He keeps doing those quick pickoffs. This will be the last game at Olsen Field for the 2026 season for Texas A&M. They'll be back here next spring. This is the last game. The winner of this goes to Chapel Hill on the road to Omaha. 1-0 pitch from Fresh Corn, and this one is grounded hard to third, and it gets by the third baseman. That's going to be a base hit. And Covarrubias is going to get to third base, and that is a double for Lopez. And now all of a sudden, USC went from nobody on, 2 outs, to 2 runners in scoring position. This ball's lined to third base. It got under Partita's glove. And that's just a really nice job. This USC top of the order making Clayton Fresh Corn pay. And Texas A&M, this is what you were worried about. How would Fresh Corn do against the top of the order the second time around against a closer? You usually only face them once. That's the difference between being a starter and a closer, right? You only face the order one time as a closer or whoever. As a starter, you got to mix it up. So here's Lopez, 2 on and 2 out. High leverage situation here for Clayton Fresh Corn. Now, as a closer, he's used to being in these moments in the SEC. He went through this a lot. This is a big moment for him right here. 12 saves on the year, first team All-SEC closer. The best arm that the Aggies have. 1-0 pitch to Lopez. That one is swung on and grounded hard to first. Grahovac makes the play, and Fresh Corn gets out of the inning. That is a big time job by Fresh Corn. I thought originally when that ball was hit, it was going to bounce foul, but it does not. It stays fair. Grahovac fields it cleanly, and the Aggies get out of the third inning jam right there. So good job by Fresh Corn to just stay dialed. And I mean, hey, 3 scoreless innings is better than anything else you could ask for. Now, the problem for A&M is a lot more pitches were thrown that inning again because USC was starting to hit the ball. We'll see, though. I mean, we'll see what Fresh Corn can do. I mean, the rest of the way. But A&M gets out of that inning. That is huge. I cannot stress how important that is for A&M to get out of that inning without allowing a run. I mean, their offense is due to wake up at some point. A&M, they have too many dogs, too many great hitters. And the first time through the order, Grant Govil has been pretty dominant. But if you get a guy on, you get to that top of the order for the second time, that's when A&M really does that damage. Gavin Grahovac, Caden Sorrell, a lineup full of absolute killers. So USC had 48 combined runs in the last 3 games, most in 3 straight USC tournament games since the 1990s. But hey, they've been shut down through 3 innings today against Clayton Freshcorn, who's done a great job. So here we go, USC. Yeah, I gotta give Freshcorn the credit, man. He came out today. He set the tempo early. He gave up a couple hits that inning, but he's done the job for A&M, and I think he probably has another couple innings in him. So that is an extremely quality outing from Clayton Freshcorn when A&M has needed him most. He's really done a great job today. Again, got back to the top of the order, got a little dicey, but he got it done there. And now Jorian Wilson, the other talented A&M freshman, who hasn't had as good of a regional. 0-1 pitch to Jorian. A lot of power in that bat as he swings and misses at a low strike. That's where Jorian is looking to develop. He's got to develop his. 0-2 pitch to Jorian Wilson, and that one is grounded foul. It'll stay 0-2, but Wilson definitely not the best eye at the plate. No doubt about that. Jorian definitely doesn't have the best eye, so they're just seeing what they can get out of him here. Putting him in. He's a big-time power threat. Number 7 hitter in the order. And that one is high. 1-2. Good Govell. I don't know if USC's ace is even available tonight. I don't know if Mason Edwards is even available. The 1-2 to Jorian. That one is down low in the dirt. 2-2. Wilson doing a very nice job right now laying off these pitches. So it'll be Wilson, Harrison, Kellner. Those are the 3 due up this inning for the Aggies. And it starts with Jorian Wilson making Govo work a little bit. And he hits a hard ground ball, but the shift was there. And Wilson is retired for the first out of the inning. And that was a well-hit ball, but the second baseman was dang near in right field. So West Virginia takes the game against Kentucky. The boys from Lexington are eliminated, so now there's officially only there's 2 spots up for grabs in the Super Regionals. The winner of tonight's game between Texas A&M and USC, and then the winner between Auburn and Milwaukee, which I know Auburn has an early lead in that one. I think it's not much of a lead. It's like 1-0, but last I checked at least. Auburn is actually, still up 1-0. Bear Harrison, the A&M catcher, who I believe has an interesting stat to his name as the all-time leader for A&M in hit by pitches. He's been hit by 4 pitches in this regional. The guy is just a ball magnet, I guess. And he takes the hack and misses the second pitch of the AB. 1-1 count. Big Bear Harrison, man. What can I say about Bear? He's a good player. He's been good for A&M, but he's having a tough regional. 1 for 7, but he's also been drilled by a lot of baseballs throughout his career. 1-1 to Bear. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Harrison struggling these first couple pitches of the AB. He's got to lock back in here for the 1-2. 1-2 to Bear. And this one's grounded foul. It'll stay 1-2. Let's see what we got. That USC shift on Wilson was truly perfect though, bro. Like he hit that ball hard, and he's a pull hitter. They had the pull shift on him, and that guy was, like I said, he was pretty much in shallow right field. 1-2 to Bear. This one's hit well. Out to deep left center. Back at the wall. And that ball is out of here. Bear Harrison gives the Aggies a 1-0 lead with a solo shot to left center. They weren't able to put him away, and Bear comes up with a big-time swing for the Aggies here in the bottom of the 3rd. They desperately needed some offense, and they get it from Bear. That's a huge swing, man. A&M is 28-4 when scoring first this season, and they They needed that one right there. They get a big swing from Big Bear. That's big time. This ball is not even a terrible pitch. Bear just squares it up, and immediately it looked like he had the swagger of a home run. And now Kellner comes up to the plate. And Govell had retired the first 7 Aggies before Bear Harrison finally got one out of the park. And now he's down 2-0 to Kellner. This is where you get into trouble against this A&M lineup, and the catcher Cadena will come up to talk to Govell, the sophomore here, come up and give him a pep talk. Because this is a big moment. I mean, you walk Kellner, and all of a sudden, Gavin Grahovac and Caden Sorrell come up with runners on base, and that's where things start to get a little dicey. And Grahovac had a good first, maybe. But yeah, Govell pitched there low, and Harrison just gets a piece of it, sends it out of the park. I mean, that's a great hit, man. What can I say? That gets the A&M crowd a little more fired up. Kellner skies this one into left foul, so there's a strike from Govell, who has been great at filling up that zone. And the pitch count for him is starting to rise a bit as well. But Kellner, the freshman shortstop, Kellner 2-1. That one's high, 3-1. Again, he is just got to just dial it back in here because, again, Gavin Grahovac comes up. Three one to Kellner. And he takes ball 4. Really nice job from Kellner. And now the Aggies are really threatening. They didn't get a single base run of the first 7 hitters of the game. Now they get a home run and a walk, and the top of their lineup coming back up, the dangerous Gavin Grahovac and then Caden Sorrell. And this is exactly what A&M wants. If they want to win this game, they need to get this lineup going. They need their lineup to get going, and we'll see what they can do. We'll see how USC decides to manage their bullpen tonight. Is their ace Mason Edwards available? I'm really not sure. But A&M's crowd really starting to get into the game. So here we go. Grahovac down 0-1 in the count. The A&M star. He's been tearing it up all regional. Had a good piece of hitting earlier today. Just hit it. The third base and made a great play. 0-1, and he swings and misses. He is going for that home run. And they bring up the draft rankings once again. Grahovac sitting at 70th in this upcoming draft, based on these Kylie McDaniel rankings. 0-2, and that one is downstairs. One-two pitch to Gavin. Nearly painted the bottom of the zone. It's 2-2. Again, you got to be careful with a hitter like Gavin Grahovac because of how dangerous he is. And again, any swing of his really can launch a ball over the fence. I mean, the ball he hit yesterday for a home run against USC was an absolute, like one of the farthest home runs you'll see. It looked like it went 600 feet. He swings and misses at strike 3 there, though. So that's a big out to get Grahovac out. 2 away in the bottom of the third. Not out of the woods yet, though, because here comes Caden Sorrell. That is a big-time strikeout there to get Gavin out, get the confidence back up. And now you bring up Caden Sorrell, who is equally as dangerous of a hitter. I mean, yeah, this top the A&M order with Sorrell, Hagopian. Sorrell's got 23 home runs in the season for a reason. And back to first base they go. They tried the pickoff attempt on Kellner. Auburn ahead 1-0. There you go. And Gavin Grahovac. Gavin Grahovac. Caden Sorrell. And he check swings a pop up. This one is going to be a tough play. And Sorrell is retired. Wow. A check swing ground ball. I said pop up because it was a ground ball, little pop up type of deal. And I mean, that's just I don't know how. Great pick by their first baseman. USC's defense has been very good in this game. But the Aggies strike first in this winner go home game 7. Bear Harrison launches one over the left field wall. And the Aggies lead 1-0 through 3. So through 3 innings, it's a 1-0 A&M lead. I mean, Gavin Grahovac, man, that was a tough AB from him. He definitely didn't have his best AB, but for A&M to get the lead is huge. Hmm. Anyways, so yeah, we're heading to the top of the 4th. Just, we got ourselves a good baseball game here. It's been more of a pitching duel between the two elite offenses, but with Bear Harrison hitting that home run, gotta think that A&M offense is definitely due for a lot more, for sure. Definitely got to think that A&M offense is due for more coming up. But it's been a really good game so far. A&M strikes first. That was a big home run. They needed Bear to do something, and, man, he clutched up in a big way for him. So baseball is a marathon, not a sprint. And with both of these teams having their whole staffs available, every inning they get out of their starters is huge. And for A&M, Clayton Freshcorn has been quite a guy so far. All right, are we on ESPN2? What's the deal here? Huh. This game, I mean, it's definitely back on. Okay, USC got a base runner on. I'm trying to get the game back on. Hold up. This one I needed. Okay. So it's on here, but not on here. Oh my gosh. Shoot. All right, well, USC got the first base runner on. And I'm having like an aneurysm trying to get this thing figured out. Because they switched it back over to ESPN2. That was the issue, right? There we go. All right, my bad. That took me a second, but I figured it out. All right, so USC gets the first runner of the inning on base, and now it's a 1-2 count to their current hitter at the dish. Is that Takuchi or who is? I don't know how they got the first runner on either, but shoot, we ball. I think it was a hit. 1-2 count. Fresh corn at pitch 48. And he'll go back to the bag for a pickoff attempt. Takuchi with a single to center field. So Cadena is the hitter up to bat. Power hitting catcher. And a diving stop over there at second base on a hard grounder. What a job by Boston Kellner. So Cadena laces this ball up the middle. Kellner with the snag wasn't able to hand. I mean, I don't know. Is this a catch? That's a crazy play. One down in the inning. Couple decent pieces of hitting against Freshcorn here. They're starting to see him well. But so far, so good for the Aggies. And now up to the plate is Basir. Freshcorn still battling out there, and that pitch is fouled off. He's done a good job filling up the strike zone. And again, the second time through the order, it seems like USC is really seeing him well. They're starting to get some contact, but no runs have come across the board yet, and that's all that matters if you're A&M. A lot of baseball to be played. Freshcorn just crossed the 50-pitch mark, and Basir fouls this one off 0-2. I mean, USC's had some decent line drive contact, but none of that, nothing flying over the fence. And at the end of the day, that's what matters, right? You can't allow anything to fly over that fence. And Clayton Freshcorn, again, has done the job for Texas A&M through 3. Need some more outs out of him before A&M. I don't know what they've got going on in the pen right now. That would be very interesting for me to see. 0-2 pitch to Basir. And that ball swung on and hit hard foul. And Basir looks a little shaken up after that play. He jogged out of the box looking very uncomfortable. Did he hit this off his foot or what? Yeah, he did. He drilled it off of his top of his left foot there. So that's got to obviously sting a little bit. Freshcorn. Big Clayton Freshcorn, man. What can I say? He's a dog. And when A&M needed a guy the most, Freshcorn stepping up in a big way. 0-2 pitch to Basir. And he swings and hits this one foul. So again, that's one thing. Freshcorn as a reliever, he fills up that strike zone at a high level. He's going to make you get hits. That's just what he does. He's going to come after. He's going to make you get hits. And that's just who he is. Big Freshcorn. 0-2 pitch to Basir. And they'll go back to the first base bag, trying to get a pick off. Gavin Grohovac, man. It's an 0-2 count to Basir. He is doing well right now. Standing in there against Freshcorn, who's throwing some good pitches. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Great pitch from Freshcorn. Breaking ball on the outside, retiring Basir. 2 down here in the 4th inning. This is just a breaking ball that tails away from the plate. Basir liked it, and he wound up, swung and missed. I mean, a little eye candy there. 2 down after the leadoff single, and now bringing up Lamb, who's a big hat guy. See what he can do here. He's a guy, I think he had a home run in last night's game, and 54 pitches, man. I don't know how much more does Freshcorn have in him. Regardless, though, it's wildly impressive that a guy who hasn't started a game in 2 years comes out today. Guy who's, again, a closer. Closers are used to throwing 20, 25 pitches max, maybe 30. And Freshcorn's come out and throwing 50 quality ones today, 55, which is exactly what A&M's needed. Freshcorn will go back for the pickoff at first base. Look like he winds up and really fires it over there every single time. He's going back to first base. It's kind of crazy. Lamb with a ground ball. Diving stop by Grahovac, and the inning is over. Freshcorn, 4 zeros on the board for A&M. A&M leads 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. There you go. I mean, Freshcorn's done the job. 4 no-run innings, 4 shutout innings there for Freshcorn. Can't really ask for much more if you're A&M. That's been an elite performance. And that's USC has 3 hits. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Freshcorn's done the job. You know, just how many more innings does he have left in the tank is really the question, again, as a closer. A&M needs their offense to get going so they can build that lead and withstand, whatever could come. Because USC has been putting up runs all series. It might only be a matter of time before their bats start to get going. I mean, A&M's not the type of team to shut you down, bro. It's just not. It's not how it goes. It's just not the type of player he is, bro. They're not the type of team A&M is. They're a team they're gonna outscore you. They're not gonna outpitch you necessarily. They're putting all the hats on this dude for USC. This dude, Andrew Johnson, he pitched last night in the must-win game for SC, and they got it done. They got the win to play today. Bottom of the 4th, Hakopian will lead off against Grant Govell. We'll see what Govell's got in the bag as they just keep putting hats on this Johnson dude. Caden Sorrell wasn't able to get it done last inning. What did Sorrell do last inning? Hakopian takes one just outside for ball 1. A&M has 1 hit. USC has 3, but A&M's lone hit is a solo shot by Bear Harrison. And pretty much guarantee that the winner of this game is going to score a lot more than 1 run. As that one's outside to Hakopian. Really good start to this AB for Chris, who's a guy who's had a really good season for the Aggies, a top MLB prospect, future first rounder. Not a guy you want to be down 2-0 to in an account. Hitters count 2-0, and Hakopian swings and fouls this one off back. Chris Hakopian. After Hakopian, it's Dewar and then Partita. And Hakopian takes ball 3 up high. Just a very professional hitter approach. Doesn't swing at too many bad ones. Calm, collected in the box. Just the type of player Chris Hakopian is. And again, why so many MLB teams are very excited for to see him in the draft. And that one's ball 4. So Govell kind of just lost his control, that AB. And now the Aggies get a leadoff walk. And Leadoff walks score 175% of the time. That's the old saying. So definitely a really good odds here for A&M to score this inning. Govell just kind of lost that control, man. Just threw a lot of high ones. Akopian just it was easy layoffs for Chris Akopian. So Dewar comes up with a runner on first. Wonder if that USC pen starts to get active. We'll see. Dewar takes the first pitch for a strike. Yeah, Johnson pitched 7 1/3 yesterday for USC, which was so important to retain all of their pitching depth. This guy threw 124 pitches yesterday. Dewar fouls one off into right field. So, yeah, I mean, it's just to be able to retain your whole pitching depth. I mean, I think that was really the big thing for USC, retain the pitching depth. You know what I mean? I think that was kind of the big thing right there. Retain the depth, have all the arms possible pretty much today, and then put yourself in as good a position as possible. 0-2 to Dewar, and he'll go well. We'll go back to first base for a little pickoff. Huh. 0-2 here to Dewar, and that one is high. Govell's missed high a few times today, and he does so right there. They're still doing this interview with this USC pitcher Johnson, who, I mean, yeah, he was the hero yesterday. I mean, if USC wins this game and this regional, a lot of that falls on this guy's right arm because he pitched a gem. And now, when your offense puts up 14 runs, does that lower the pressure? I mean, yeah. I mean, they didn't. But the fact that he was able to just go out there, throw his heart out, 124 pitches, and give him all those innings. That's huge. 1-2 down in the dirt to Dewar, and it'll now even up the count. Two here. Govell walked the leadoff hitter Chris Akopian, and now in a tough spot with Dewar. 2-2, and that one's bounced foul. This A&M lineup didn't compete as much early on in the game, kind of struggling a little bit with, just they struggled. They were hitting the ball weakly, not really competing. But as the innings have gone on, the last couple innings, A&M's really starting to fight in these counts and get this guy's pitch count up. As he's at over 52 pitches, and he just missed downstairs 3-2. So you walk Dewar, and then all of a sudden you bring up Nico Partita, back-to-back walks. You start to overthink things, and all of a sudden it could be a 4-0 game in a blink of an eye. So some bad misses here from Govell. Really important pitch, and USC's already got two guys warming up in the pen. Dewar swings at ball 4, though. He strikes out. That is a massive pitch. That one would have been ball 4. But instead, it's the first out of the inning, and Govell picks up strikeout number 3. That is a huge pitch to Dewar, who, I don't know, man, just not the best discipline. Ball tailed down from him, and that's a huge pitch. That's a big strikeout. USC, again, already has multiple arms up and going in the pen. Bottom of the 4th, and now here's Partita, and he swings and hits a high fly ball into right field, foul. Chase Harrell and Ben Cushney, they don't have their ace warming up in the pen. Mason Edwards, we'll see what USC does with him. Very good pitcher, but he is looking like he's not going to pitch. 0-1 to Partita, and he swings and misses the second pitch, 0-2. Yeah, West Virginia and Kentucky was an elite game today. Extra innings showdown, but Kentucky couldn't get it done. 0-2 to Partita, and he swings and fouls that one to the backstop. It'll be still 0-2. Partita struck out his first AB against Govell. We'll see what he does in this AB. He is down in the count. And that one is beautifully placed in there for strike three. Back-to-back Ks for Grant Govell. 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth, and that'll bring up to the plate Ben Royo. And if you are listening, click the subscribe button, help out the channel. That's just a great pitch from Govell, and Partita just surprised that he took that one right there. I mean, he knew immediately that was strike three. Surprised he took that pitch there. Didn't protect the plate down 0-2. So now here is... Oh, wow, Milwaukee tied against Auburn. Here's Ben Royo, batting .439 on the year, but again, he didn't have quite as many ABs as some of the other guys. He's kind of a guy who just got really hot at the end of the year for A&M. So that's just, I mean, the average is, it's there, and it's true that he's been a good hitter for them down the stretch, but it's a little misleading. But still a very good hitter for them this year, and he hits a ball over the shortstop's glove into left field for a base hit. So, well, there's Ben Royo just telling me to shut up because he is a 400 hitter. He gets a base hit, and now the Aggies have 2 on and 2 out, kind of like USC did a couple innings ago. First pitch, Royo goes swinging, hits this one high up over the shortstop. It just gets over the glove of Carpentier, and a really nice piece of hitting from Ben Royo. So now, as a Govell is about to throw pitch number 60, 2 on for A&M, bringing up to the plate Jorian Wilson. And this guy's got big-time pop. No doubt about that. He hit a good ground ball to second earlier, so they could use a big hit from Jorian. That one is in there, low left corner for a strike. That was a close one. Jorian didn't like the call. Home plate umpires, man, they're tough. That one looked a little low to me. That one was below the knees. Wilson takes a big hack at the second pitch and hits a hard foul to the opposite field. 0-2 count to Jorian Wilson. Big spot for the Aggies here. 2 runners on, trying to electrify Olsen Field, and Jorian Wilson has done that many times this year. The big shift is on him. Got the second baseman dang near in right field, and the shortstop past second base. 0-2. That one gets in the dirt, and the USC catcher blocked it, but he struggled to find it there for a moment. But no, neither Aggie decided to take off and try to steal a bag. Hakopian at second, Royo at first. 1-2 to Wilson. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. It's got to be it for Grant Govell here. The 1-2, and Wilson fouls it off, stays alive. He sends that one into the left field seats. And Jorian Wilson. 1-2 again to Jorian. Swinging a hard grounder. That one's right into the shift. The USC second baseman's throw is not in time. They're going to send a Cope into the plate, and he is thrown out. What are the Aggies thinking in that moment? Oh my goodness. What were the Aggies thinking in this moment? Pretty much, Jorian Wilson hit it right into the shift. But Covarrubias makes a great diving stop. He wasn't able to beat Wilson to first, but Hakopian went home, and he got thrown out by a mile at the plate. That is just a killer mistake from veteran Chris Hakopian right there, and it ends the inning abruptly for A&M, who would have had the bases loaded for Bear Harrison, who hit the home run just like an inning ago. Dude, that is a killer mistake. I mean, Hakopian, that's just... I don't know if he got sent or what, but brutal, man. Just brutal. USC's defense today has been amazing, though. Oh, man. I mean, wait, did the A&M third base coach send Hakopian, who has a bad leg, by the way? He sent him. He did. Wow. That's crazy, dude. He actually sent this man. So here's Fresh Corn going back out there, but he sent him. The third base coach for A&M sent Hakopian, and he is just so freaking slow. Blooper into center field. This one is going to get down for a base hit. So USC gets the leadoff base runner on once again. A little bloop single there from, is that Carpentier, I think? But yeah, Hakopian, man, I don't know why you would send him. I mean, everybody knows Hakopian's got a bad he's got a bad leg. He's been injured. That's why he can't play the field. And to have him send there, I mean, again, maybe the third base coach genuinely thought that ball was going to be shot into right field, but it's just a ridiculous decision and one that could cost the Aggies big time in this game, where runs have come at a premium so far against these two pitchers. Definitely gave USC a big bail, but top of the fifth, and now SC shows bunt. Fresh Corn will go back to the bag looking for that pickoff. He's been going for that all night. Maybe he'll get one. I don't know. We'll see. But that is just a killer mistake for the Aggies. I mean, again, had a chance to have bases loaded with Bear Harrison up. And now USC looking like they want to lay this bunt down. Urban puts one down to right. This is a pretty good bunt. It'll get the runner over to second base, and they will retire Urban at first base. So one down, runner moves up to second, and now the top of this USC order comes up to the plate, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, good job there. That's a good bunt. I mean, Urban put down a really good bunt, just did the job, and now you trust your top of the lineup to get something off of Fresh Corn. This is the third time going through this order. I mean, Fresh Corn, this is big time right here. And this one's lined out to left field. That's a base hit, and that'll score the run. USC is going to tie the game. Covarrubias will stop at first, and we got ourselves a tie game here in the College Station Regional. Covarrubias took a hack at the first pitch of the game, at the first pitch of the AB, sent that one out into left center. It didn't quite get into that gap, but it did score the run. And now all of a sudden, Texas A&M is in some trouble. USC is seeing Fresh Corn really well. This top of the order's got him kind of figured out a bit. And we'll see if A&M, when they decide to pull big Fresh Corn here, because Covarrubias has been dominating, and now you bring up Lopez. What do you do if you're Early here? Do you pull Fresh Corn? I don't know. First pitch of this AB is a good outside strike, but it is a 1-1 game. Leadoff bloop single, bunt down the line with a 9-hole hitter, and then a great hit from your leadoff guy, and there you go. It's a 1-1 game. And now you got to try to limit the damage for Fresh Corn. Runner on first, one out. And they'll keep going for that pickoff. I mean, he seems like he does that very often. Fresh Corn is just trying to see what he can do here. Big Fresh Corn. Second longest outing of Clayton Fresh Corn's career. Again, not a guy who typically goes deep into games because he's a closer. Doesn't usually see the orders. He's going to go back for the pickoff. Well, obviously, he's a closer, right? He's a guy, he was one of the best closers in the SEC this year. So asking a guy who's normally only sees a lineup one time, now you're asking him to see the lineup 3 times. I mean, I don't know. It's just if your arm's not trained to throw that type of volume, you're not going to do well. And he does get a swing and miss, so it gets the count to 0-2. Fresh Corn's done amazing, though. Don't get twisted. He's done a great job for A&M today. Do they have anyone warming up in the pen right now or no? Looks like they have no one. Looks like they have, unless those guys are done, just finished tossing. It looks like they are, I don't know. 0-2 and a strikeout. Big strikeout there for Clayton Fresh Corn. His 4th of the day. So that is a very good AB against Lopez here. Tails that little fastball outside corner. Really nice pitch, and desperately needed that strikeout. Runner at first base has been very active, getting his lead off the bag. So, huge strikeout for Fresh Corn, and now 2 away in the top of the 5th. Brings up Lopez, the DH. Augie Lopez. And runner takes off for second. The throw. And they're going to say he is safe. A&M wants the challenge. Boston Kellner thinks that originally I thought the throw beat the runner. Here it looks like he's going to be, it's close. That's a great throw by Bear Harrison, though. Is he in there or no? I don't know. It's close. The Rangers win? So we're looking at this here to see if he was thrown out. Does the right foot come off the bag here is the question. Because I think I'm agreeing with the announcer here. I think that the right foot gets in there before Boston Kellner with the tag. I think. Umpire had a tough call here. We'll see if the review overturns it. I mean, Kellner immediately. Yeah, I don't think he got him initially. If that right foot does come off the bag, maybe. I don't know. It's close. So does the right foot come off the bag? Because Kellner kept the tag applied. If the right foot came off the bag, if he overslid, then they got him. But it's going to be close. The call on the field is out. We'll see if these replay angles are conclusive enough. I don't know, man. This is going to be tough. This is a tough call. I don't know, dude. This is tough. Kellner immediately said that he was out. I thought originally that he was out. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be conclusive enough to overturn that play. I think he's probably gonna be safe. And they're gonna. I think he's gonna be safe. I don't think you get a clear view of the tag being applied. But it was a great throw from Bear Harrison and a really poor tag job by Boston Kellner. And now, here comes the call. I think the runner is going to be safe. So A&M loses their first challenge. 1 challenge to go. Not a great job by Kellner there on the tag. If you guys are listening, by the way, click the subscribe button. So 1-0 count. 1-0 count here to Augie Lopez. Runner in scoring position. A single will bring him home, most likely. So we'll see what happens here, boys. Oh, man. We got ourselves a good one. I was tough. I was trying to be objective and just see what happened. It just was the angles were just too inconclusive to overturn it. And a bad tag job. Lopez with a big swing and a miss. 5 innings of 4 2/3 innings of 1-run ball from Clayton Freshcorn, the longest outing of his career. If he's able to get this out against Augie Lopez, this would be quite the impressive performance from Big 25. Lopez bounces one foul, 1-2. And again, he has done the job for A&M today. No doubt about that. He has done the job. Everything that they needed out of him, they've gotten today. We got to give the guy credit. I mean, he's done his thing out there. And they actually removed the ball, so it's a 0-2 count to Lopez. Swinging a hard grounder, that one gets foul. The announcer over here just was like, "Oh, it's a fair ball," but I didn't. I'm confused. Hit the green bag. Lopez takes ball one, so that was weird there for a second, but it hit the green bag, took the odd hop. Now it's 1-2. 1-2 count coming up here against Augie Lopez. Fresh corn nearing pitch 70. That one's down low. 2-2. So yeah, Fresh corn, this got to be it. I mean, I don't think Clayton Fresh corn has another inning in him. A&M's going to have to go to the bullpen for the next few innings. We'll see what happens here. Clayton Freshcorn is dealing, though. He's had a really good day. Him and Gavel have done really well for their teams. I think Gavel's done. I think they're going to go to the pen next inning. 2-2 here to Lopez. And he swings and hits a hard ball out to right field. That one's going to get down for a base hit. And the Trojans will take the lead on an RBI single from Augie Lopez. 2 runs here in the top of the 5th. Freshcorn, third time through the order, having some trouble. The first time through the order, it was great. Second time through the order, a little trouble. Third time through the order, a lot of trouble. 2-1 Trojans. And that ball just got down. They haven't had any gappers today, but they've just hit them in the right spots. Just putting them down. And now here's the next hitter for USC. That is Takuchi, who has a hit today. Takes strike 1. I mean, you asked a lot of this guy, man. You asked a lot of Clayton Freshcorn to go out there. And now they got, who's that in the pen for A&M? As my TV just like stopped working, bro. Who's that in the pen for A&M? It's a righty. It's not Weston Moss, surely. He literally pitched. I mean, they brought Moss in. That'd be crazy. 1-1. That one catches the corner of the plate. It is a 1-2 count. Kevin Takuchi. Not a big power guy. 9 homers on the year, but he's had some good RBI numbers, and he's been a key player for USC all season. Freshcorn's 1-2 coming. And he gets the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Great job by Clayton Freshcorn, but the Trojans take the lead. 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. A beautiful paint job by Freshcorn. Great job by Bear Harrison there as well. Bottom of the 5th we go. 2-1 USC. I mean, you can't ask for much more from Freshcorn, man. Yeah, that was just, man. Freshcorn holding him to 2 runs, bro. That's what you wanted. You wanted Clayton Freshcorn to go out there and do it. You want him to go out there and make a play. He did. He pitched a good game here. I mean, you get 5 innings of 2-run ball to your closer. I mean, your offense got to get it going. What's going on with softball? 0-0. Tech Bama. Good little game. Tech's trying to get that rematch against my Longhorns. So yeah, the winner of this will head to North Carolina next weekend for the Chapel Hill Regional. Definitely one of the more exciting ones. Bottom of the fifth, 2-1 lead for USC. They scored 2 in the top half of the fifth. With this Aggie offense, we all know that they are capable of scoring runs at any moment and in bunches. And Grant Cavell is done for the day. He pitched 4 innings. So here comes Chase Harrell, the USC reliever, 6'3" sophomore. Numbers aren't too impressive. 4-4, 5.26 ERA. But he's pitched a lot of innings for him this year. And Bear Harrison with a check swing foul ball for strike 1. USC, I mean, this is what you wanted. You wanted to get to your bullpen depth. I mean, Govell gave you 4, and you have pretty much most of your entire pitching staff available. This is what you need to just keep quality innings coming. Hope your offense can explode. Whichever offense explodes first will win, as Harrell misses outside. But you got to just trust your high leverage guys, and this guy's thrown over 50 innings for you this year, so I guess you trust him in these moments. Bear Harrison with a solo home run, the only Aggie run thus far. And he takes, oh my gosh, he just got hit by another pitch. This dude might be like the greatest ball magnet in the history of the sport, bro. I swear this dude always gets hit by pitches. I don't know how he does it, but that is like his 5th hit by pitch just in this regional. How in the world is that possible? I don't know. But Harrell hits him on, just barely. 23 hit by pitches, most in a single A&M season. I mean, the guy's just, again, the ball just finds him. I don't know how to explain it. Kellner coming up the shortstop. He had a rough play at second base in the last inning, missed the tag. Now he has a chance to do something really good. That's a great bunt. Catcher's got to make the throw to first, and he does to retire Kellner. But they get Harrison over to second base, which is the key. And now, top of your order comes up with a runner in scoring position. This is where dangerous moments happen. This is where, you got to get some going. They literally just ran the exact same playbook as USC last inning. First guy got on base. Your 9-0 hitter laid down a good bunt to get the guy over to second. And now top of the order's up. And for USC, their top of the order got base hits to score the runs to get them the lead. Can Gavin Grahovac and Caden Sorrell do it? My money's on yes for sure. Grahovac takes the first one outside. I mean, this reliever is just, he's not look like he's the best. See what he can do, though. Gavin Grahovac. 0 for 2 on the night. Last AB was an ugly strikeout. But he has been hitting the ball well this regional and all season. He takes a big hack and swings and misses to make it a 1-1 count. Look at that train rolling by. 1-1 count here to Gavin Grahovac. Grahovac takes strike 2. Great pitch. 1-2 count. This game, will it break out into an offensive shootout and slugfest in the later innings? We'll see, because we know both these teams can really swing those bats. 1-2 here to Gavin Grahovac, and Harrell will go back to second base. I guess a little worried about Bear Harrison. Bear's been the big positive from today at the plate. Look at the train, man. They keep showing the train flowing by. 1-2 to Gavin Grahovac, and he swings and misses. Strike 3. The high heat gets Grahovac going, and now 2 out for Caden Sorrell. Caden Sorrell, a dog. Caden Sorrell's a dog. best hitters on the team. That's a huge second out, though. Sorrell, though, can make magic happen at any moment as well. And that one is inside on Caden. 1-0 count to Big Sorrell. Him and Akopian. Again, this top three of the order need to get going. Grahovac 0 for 3, Sorrell 0 for 2, but he can change that all in one swing. 1-0 pitch to Sorrell, and he swings and hits this one opposite field foul. 1-1 count. Caden Sorrell. With these aluminum bats, man, like I said, the metal bat, anything can happen, bro. That ball can fly over the fence. You just got to make good contact one time. 1-1 pitch. Sorrell fouls it off. 1-2. To get this strikeout here would be huge. You get away from the top two in this order and put yourself in a really good spot if you're USC. That couple pitches are going to be critical. To Caden Sorrell, one of the best hitters on this A&M team. The 1-2 pitch from Harold to Sorrell. Swinging a pop-up foul. And I'm trying to avoid the regional upset like many teams have fallen to so far. Florida went down, the most recent one today. So did number 2 Georgia Tech. It's been a tough regional it's been tough in these regionals for all the favorites, the home teams. It's been crazy. The 1-2 pitch here to Caden Sorrell. Swing and a miss, strike 3, ball in the dirt, and they'll throw it down to first and retire him. That is a big-time inning right there from Harrell, and USC will have the lead going into the top of the 6th. A&M's 1 and 2 hitters are 0 for 6 in this game. This has been brutal for the Aggies so far. I cannot believe it. Man. Yeah, Gavin Grahovac has had a tough night for the Aggies today, and so is Chris Akopian. Not Chris Akopian. Well, the top 3 players in the A&M order are just really struggling. I mean, you had Chris Akopian get thrown out at home, which was a terrible send by the A&M third base coach, arguably cost A&M run or 2. Then you have Gavin Grahovac 0 for 3, Caden Sorrell 0 for 3. If you guys are listening, by the way, be sure to click the subscribe button. I mean, Clayton Freshcorn gave you 5 really good innings, dude. I mean, you ask a closer to go out there and throw you 5 innings when they haven't thrown 5 innings and, they've thrown 5 innings once in a blue moon. It's a great game from them. A&M's top hitters have no-shown today. The only light that they've had was the Bear Harrison home run. They're not getting guys on base with hits. They're not stringing hits together. Guys are swinging at pitches in the dirt. A&M's having a bad night offensively. But their offense can go at any moment. That's what we do know about A&M. USC, if they want to win this game and feel comfortable, they got to put runs on the board, and they got to do it now. But yeah, it's been a wild regional so far. I mean, the number 1 team in the country loses and doesn't even make it out of their own regional. And then the number 2 team in the country doesn't make it out of their own regional. Number 9 Southern Miss didn't make it out of their own regional. Florida didn't make it out. Making it out of your regional is hard. I mean, my Longhorns, we took care of business and went 3-0. Georgia, they took care of business and went 3-0. It can't be taken for granted when your team does that. I'm really proud of Texas for doing their thing. The last game against UC Santa Barbara was a really tough game. Freshcorn's back out there. So A&M's going to try to get as much out of this kid as they can. He gets the first out of the inning on 1 pitch, a ground ball to second. Really nice. I mean, this has been amazing work from Clayton Freshcorn, dude, putting up absolute elite starter numbers. I think that was Cadena, who he just retired. This is a career high in innings pitched and pitches for Freshcorn. So you are quite literally getting this dude's absolute max effort today for an A&M staff that's just struggled really badly all season. This guy's done a great job today. Jack Basir at the plate, and he takes strike one. I think if you told an A&M fan before the game that Fresh Corn would have only allowed 2 runs going into the 6th inning, you'd be winning the game. But hasn't been the case tonight on this Olsen field. Jack Basir swinging a pop fly to right field. This one is going towards the foul territory, and it's going to be its second out of the inning. My goodness, that is 2 huge outs for A&M. 2 quick outs right there. That ball just kind of started to tail off into foul territory from Basir, and it just stayed in play for the Aggies, and that's big. Grahovac couldn't get over there, but Royo did. So another inning of Fresh Corn. He's at 77 pitches, and getting another inning out of him is just massive. Hakopian, Dewar, and Partita will be due next inning. And we have a stoppage here for USC, or are they pulling Fresh Corn? I doubt they're pulling Fresh Corn. I mean, he's gotten like 2 outs on 4 pitches. That's big, bro. Like I tell you, every A&M, I mean, you got 3 innings, and I don't know who you go to. Do you go to Sadao? Do you go to Weston? Maybe you go to Weston Moss. I mean, I don't know. This is your closer. That's the thing. Your closer is pitched. So you can't close out the game with your best arm, but you've gotten incredible innings from him. Incredible innings from him. Andrew Lamb at the plate. Big Lamb. See what he can do against Fresh Corn. The first pitch. And he lays a bunt down the left side of the infield. And that is a perfect bunt single. They had the shift on crazy for Lamb right there. Nobody on the left side of the field, and USC gets a free base runner. And that is just, wow. I mean, the whole left side of the infield's open. They got the shortstop playing in the second base position and the third baseman in the shortstop position. Everybody was shifted over a spot. So lay a good bunt down the left side, and that's an easy hit for Lamb. High IQ baseball from USC, and definitely that one's not really on Fresh Corn. So now coming up to the plate is Carpentier. And he takes that one outside. I mean, I got to think this has to be the last inning for Clayton Fresh Corn. He's almost at 80 pitches. I mean, Michael Early has gotten, like I said, everything that you possibly could have won out of this dude today. 1-0 from Fresh Corn. That one's outside 2-0. Yeah, that was tough, Lamb. I can't lie. That was a beautiful bunt. Is that his dad? I think his dad's like a former major leaguer. That's why they're showing him. That is so crazy to me. 80th pitch of the day for Fresh Corn. 2-0 here. That ball is blooped out into right, and it'll be caught at second base by Royo. That's the inning. So 6 innings of 2-run ball for Clayton Fresh Corn. And now heading in the bottom of the 6th, it's anybody's ball game. Hakopian, Dewar, and Partita to come up to the plate for the Aggies. I mean, bro. Yeah, that's truly phenomenal. I didn't think Fresh Corn was even going to go 5 innings, bro. The fact that he went 6, ridiculous. Okay, we'll do. I mean, yeah, Fresh Corn, 6 innings, bro, of just great baseball, bro. Beautiful from Fresh Corn. Yeah, we'll see what the College Station Regional has for us here in these last few innings of it. 2-2 on the Plains Regional. Milwaukee and Auburn tied up. Number 4 seed Auburn losing to Milwaukee again would truly be like peak. Dude, how in the world would that even happen? I don't know. Yeah, they just put up a good point in this USC and this regional here. All the teams in the regional besides USC are like super close. Lamar, A&M, and Zacopian. Skies went out into shallow right, and this will be a one pitch out for USC. Harrell's back out there for his second inning of work, and he retires a very dangerous hitter, Nakopian. Yeah, bro, what the heck? They literally they made USC travel a long way. The other schools, Texas State, San Marcos is not that far away, and then you got Lamar also in the state. Like it was 3 in-state teams, and they had the Trojans, so them boys had to make the trip out if they wanted to win this regional. Jake Dewar takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Bottom of the 6th, 2-1 game, and this was one that I expected there to be fireworks and a ton of offensive production, but so far through the first 5.5 hasn't been that way. Both these offenses really can come alive at a moment's notice, though, as Dewar takes strike 2. The star power on each side is great, but the starters were phenomenal. Govel only gave up 1 home run to Harrison, and Freshcorn's thrown 6 innings. He's been great. 0-2, and Dewar bounces one on the left side. That's going to get down the line for a base hit. He slipped at first base, so it could have been a double for Jake Dewar, but he slipped. So it'll just be a single, which is kind of unfortunate. He slipped going down the first baseline. This is just a bouncer that was perfectly placed right there at third base. The USC third baseman, we've seen Takuchi make a couple nice plays today, but right there couldn't get it done. And then I don't know what Dewar was doing. He just like fell on his face there, fell on his belly. But he gets the hit, and that's a big one. 1 out, 1 on for Nico Partita. The freshman phenom takes one low, ball 1. All it takes is one hit to get your offense going. And A&M offense, like I said, all these guys are power threats. Partita's 0 for 2 today with a couple strikeouts. We'll see if he can right the ship. Harrell for USC trying to just keep his composure and stay alive in this game and this season. 1-0 pitch here to Nico Partita. Hard grounder to third. Out at second 1. And the double play for USC. Partita hits it straight to third. And the Trojans get an inning-ending double play. 6 innings in the books here in College Station. And the Trojans lead 2-1. Unbelievable, dude. That is ridiculous. Y'all listen, by the way, click the subscribe button. How in the... Wow, bro. I cannot believe that, bro. I cannot believe that. That's pretty fortunate for USC. That's just kind of how the day's gone for A&M so far. You have an easy double. And instead the guy tripped on the bag. Brutal. If you're A&M right now, you gotta be so frustrated. Like, my gosh, that's... Man. Gavin Lyons is warming up. So A&M will probably go to Lyons here pretty quickly. And he's another pretty decent little arm for them. Holy crap. They are going to pitch this dude until his arm falls off. Wow. Fresh corn out for inning number 7. First pitch, bouncing ball. Well played by Grahovac. I mean, he hasn't been dominating with the strikeouts, but he's just been giving up weak contact. That's been the thing. He gives up the weak contact, and it's easy outs for his defense. I mean, even some of the hits that USC have had, nothing's really been barreled up like that. Credit where credit is due, man. This guy is pitching as a hell of a game for A&M. Again, I just want to like make it known how impressive it is for a guy who doesn't start and only closes this year to just come in and be able to throw 6+ innings like this. This is incredibly impressive, bro. It's been wow. This guy's done it all for A&M today. He's kept that pitch count down too. 7 pitch, 6th inning. I mean, that's what you needed. 1-1 count here. In the bullpen for A&M, Shane Sadao, and it looks like Gavin Lyons. So A&M does have options. If Fresh Corn, I'm assuming he has a short leash here. If he gives up a hit, probably he'll go to the pen. That one's up high. Nearly hit him. And I think it's going to be a 2-1 count. This one was close, up high, and also almost swung at it, but he did hold up. It was a little high and tight. 2-1 here. 85 pitches for Fresh Corn. And this ball is fouled off to the backstop. I don't know if that would have been ball 3 or not, but it's 2-2 here. Seven hits for USC against Fresh Corn, but again, nothing's been barreled up too well. No crazy gappers. Like, it's just mostly been singles and little things here and there that have gotten the job done. Another foul ball, 2-2 count. But yeah, Fresh Corn. Yeah, Aubrey Covarrubias, the leadoff hitter. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and an RBI. He's gotten the job done for USC. He's trying to chase Clayton Fresh Corn out of this game finally. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one just misses the outside of the plate. It'll be a full count pitch coming up. And this could be the last pitch of the night for Clayton Fresh Corn. It was really close. I didn't know if they were going to give him the call, but I think that one was just a bit outside. Good frame job by Bear Harrison, but really nice. Covarrubias fouls it off, so a great battle here between Fresh Corn and Covarrubias. His next pitch will be the 9th pitch of the AB and the 90th pitch of the day. 3-2 to Covarrubias. Full count. Ball 4, and USC has one on with 1 out. And will this be the end of the game for Fresh Corn? The number 2 hitter in the order, the Lopez guys coming up, back-to-back Lopez hitters. Will A&M keep Fresh Corn in? I don't know. Still be interesting, though, for sure. I mean, what do they do here? What do you do here? I mean, he's pitched so well. I mean, do you hope that he can get a double play ground ball like USC just did last inning? Like, I really don't know I don't know, man. Being a baseball manager is tough. But it's a closer, man. I just don't know how he has this type of gas left in the arm, dude. Goes back to first, trying to get the pick off against Covarrubias. Covarrubias has gotten on base 3 times. Lopez now at the plate, trying to do some damage here for USC. That ball is fouled off. First strike of the AB. Adrian Lopez, 1 for 3 on the day with a double. College Station Regional on the line. 0-1 from Fresh Corn. And back to the bag. Covarrubias has 18 stolen bases on the season in 24 attempts. This guy has been a pain in Fresh Corn's side. He wants to swipe second and get into scoring position, but so far, Fresh Corn keeping a mental check of him at first base pretty often. 0-1, and this ball is fouled to the backstop. He was a little late on that one. It's 0-2. Auburn takes the 3-2 lead in their regional, so they are in a tough matchup with number 4 seed Milwaukee. And Auburn's the number 4 seed overall in the tournament. Milwaukee is the number 4 seed in their regional. But 4 seeds have been tough in this tournament. They've given a lot of people trouble. 0-2 here. And another pickoff attempt from Fresh Corn. Oh, 2 Fresh Corn ahead in the count well against Lopez. And another pickoff attempt. So Fresh Corn is throwing multiple pickoff attempts per pitch this at bat. Again, he really is keeping a close eye over there. Lions and Sadao still in the pen for A&M. Any moment they could come into this game. 0-2 count, and Harrison calls time as Fresh Corn goes back to first base. The third straight pickoff before he throws this next pitch. I mean, it's getting annoying, man. I just want to see some baseball, and right now I'm just seeing a whole lot of gamesmanship. 1 on, 1 out for the Trojans. 0-2 count here to the number 2 hitter, Lopez. And there's ball 1 of the AB. Fresh Corn at 93 pitches. I mean, again, the fact that a closer is nearing 100 pitches, bro, like it just blows my mind. It blows my freaking mind. How it's even possible, truly. So Fresh Corn's 1-2, and that one's lined into center field for a base hit. Covarrubias is going to take off for third. No, he will stay at second. Back-to-back base runners for USC. And now does Michael Early finally make the decision to pull his closer? Covarrubias got on with the walk. And then a great AB from Lopez there. Big battle. And he eventually wins it against Clayton Fresh Corn. So 2 on, 1 out. And will A&M finally go to the bullpen? They've had multiple guys in that bullpen warming up for a while. And, well, Fresh Corn's still in the game. So they're going to leave Fresh Corn in to face Augie Lopez. Got an awkward little stance there. We'll see what happens. That one's down low for ball 1. But Fresh Corn has got himself in a little bit of trouble here in the top of the 7th. USC trying to add on some insurance here. Can Fresh Corn battle out of it? Good pitch there, and they say it was just outside for ball 2. So now it's a hitter's count for Lopez. A lot of pressure on Fresh Corn here. That one was a little close. I don't know. I thought that one was going to be called a strike. 2-0 pitch here from Fresh Corn to Lopez. Best hitter's count you'll have. Inside 3-0. Now all of a sudden things get dicey. Fresh Corn's about to throw pitch number 98 of the afternoon. Or of the evening. This is ridiculous, bro. What a game. I mean, again, I just don't know how you're a closer throwing this much. It's ridiculous. 3-0 count. And he finally grooves that one in there for a strike. So now it's 3-1 from Clayton Fresh Corn to Augie Lopez. 3-1. That ball is hit well out to right field. Back at the wall. And that ball is gone! 3-run bomb from Augie Lopez. And USC has blown the College Station Regional open. Left in too long, bro. Left in too long. He's a closer. He doesn't throw 100 pitches, man. That's just the reality. He does not throw 100 pitches. That's just he's a closer. And Michael Early kept him in the game. The kid gave you everything you could possibly ask for today, and you just left him in a batter or two too long. Oh man, that's just brutal for A&M. As a Texas fan, I'm here for it. I love to see it, but like, gosh, what a poor bullpen management. Another ball hit well out to right field. This one gets to the track, and Jorian Wilson makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Michael Early will come out and pull him. I mean, he's upset, but I mean, he did everything he could tonight for A&M, and they left him in too long. That's a big bomb right there. They needed that. That's brutal if you're A&M, man. I mean, they're not out of it yet. They got 9 outs to work with, but to give up that home run, brutal. So Shane Sadal will come into the game to try to do damage control for A&M over these next couple of innings and hope that their offense can get back to what they need. Two away. Sadal gave up 6 hits and 3 earned runs in the opening game in the game against Texas State. It is 5-1 USC. I mean, I hope that kid doesn't beat him up, bro. Freshcorn really did pitch an incredible game today, and he just again, it's a guy who just isn't. He just not built for that, bro. He's a closer, dude. Like, he shouldn't be pitching that many innings. Full count coming up. That ball is hit hard into right field. That's another base hit for USC. 2-out single here for Cadena. Isaac Cadena. Is he good, bro? He's a little banged up after that hit. You get hurt running out the batter's box or what? Oh, dang. It looks like he pulled up there with the thigh. Not good for USC. So runner on first, and USC had to bring in a pinch runner. There's a strike to the next hitter. That is Basir. 1-1. Two to Basir, and he fouls it off. So see if Sadeo can get out of the inning and keep this a 4-run game. He gave up a hit. Auburn is starting to put the lead on. Sadeo trying to get out of this inning. 5-1, and he will go back to the bag for a pickoff attempt. Swing and a miss, strike three. Sadeo gets the third out, but not before USC adds 3 to the lead. It's 5-1 heading into the bottom of the 7th. It's now or never for the Texas A&M offense. Augie Lopez with the 3-run bomb. Back here for the top of the eighth. Looking at my scoreboard. Looks like we missed the A&M bottom half of the seventh. Nothing really happened. But A&M season looks like it's about to come to a close. That's all I can really say right now. Their season's about to be over. Sadeo is still out there throwing. But yeah, USC, man. A&M's offense has been a no-show today. We'll see if the top of the order can make something crazy happen. But and this ball is hit into right field, and that'll drop and be a fair ball for USC. Carpentier goes to third, and USC has two runners in scoring position as they look to extend their lead even further. What a play by Carpentier. That's a nice piece of hitting. Oh, very good. Thank you so much, Mom. So, A&M's got the pen warmed up. Gavin Lyons is getting ready to go, and they will intentionally walk. So there will be bases loaded. And Michael Early looks like he's making a call to the bullpen. So are they going to take out Shane Sadeo and bring in Gavin Lyons? They got the pitch calm, and it looks like Gavin Lyons will head out. There's still a stoppage here. Home plate umpires at the mound. Michael Early hasn't gone out there yet. Gavin Lyons is standing in the bullpen waiting for his chance, and there goes Michael Early to the mound. With the bases loaded and one out in the top of the eighth, USC could really, really bust this game open. Gavin Lyons will get his opportunity to try to shut it down and keep it a 4-run game. Here we go. Bases loaded. Lions in, and he misses outside. A double play here is what the Aggies need, but honestly, just getting an out here would be big to salvage it, bro. They need to salvage it. That one catches the outside corner for strike one. Lopez at the plate. Augie's waiting on deck. He's the guy who hit the home run last inning. And Lions throws strike two. Grounder to second. Great diving stop by Grahovac. Throw to the plate. And Bear Harrison's foot came off the bag. The umpire says it's a run. So they add the run on the board. It's 6-1 USC. One. This ball is fouled off. It'll be 1-2. Ball's popped up into left field. And this one is going to stay in. And USC dropped the ball. Or A&M dropped the ball. Throw to the plate. And he is safe. Looks like it's 7-1. They're talking this play over because the guy caught the ball but then like bobbled it on the exchange, which was kind of weird. Umpires are talking it over to see what happens. Yeah, the USC runner wasn't planning on running home until the ball dropped out of the glove, and then they throw it home. It was a decent little throw, but just got the foot got under the tag. A&M's making a challenge here to see if they can get this out. They're still talking this over, bro. I'm so confused. Like, can we just? I don't know what the challenge is. They showed on the review that he left on time. So A&M just used their last challenge. They are done for the day. So 7-1 is the score. 2 on, 2 out here in the eighth. This ball is bounced. That one's in there for strike two. Lions trying to just get out of this inning here. Only trailing 7-1. Bouncing ball to third, foul. Fouled off again. Line drive and snagged over there at third. And that'll end the inning, but not before USC adds on a couple more. 7-1 lead heading into the bottom of the eighth. Trojans up big, man. So, bottom of the eighth, Aggies got the first one on. Top of the order's up, so if A&M wants to make something happen and try to get back in this game, I mean, shoot, here's a chance right here. Top three of the order, Gavin Grahovac, he's had a tough night. Is he going to be able to get something going? I don't know. Grahovac drives one foul. Oh, 1 to Grahovac. Swing and a miss, strike 2 from Gavin. It's do or die. You're down 7-1. I mean, those extra insurance runs could matter. Wouldn't be surprised to see A&M hit a home run here. 0-2 to Grahovac. He fouls one off. Sax Matson getting ready to go in the pen for USC. We'll see what happens. Sax Matson. What a name. 0-2 and Grahovac mouths the foul. Oh, 2. That one's outside to Gavin Grahovac. Grahovac, we'll see what he's got. Drives one foul again, 1-2. So 7-1 score. USC big 3-1 bomb. The big 3 run. My God, my wisdom teeth killing me. Just had surgery on these puppies. Talking can be hard. 1-2. And a swing and a miss. No. Fouled off into the catcher's mitt. Grahovac stays alive. This is a good pitch. Low. Grahovac's been swinging at it all night. I guess he just got a piece of it to foul tip it. 1-2 count to Gavin Grahovac. Bounces another one foul. What a competitive AB here from Gavin Grahovac. He is just battling, staying in there, making shit pop, trying to see what he can do to keep this game going. 9th pitch of the AB coming up, and it's still just a 1-2 count. So this guy, this USC reliever, is doing a great job throwing strikes. It's 1-2. Grahovac fouls it off again. I mean, this is just an insane AB. Grahovac, Sorrell, Hakopian. Another bouncer. This is to third. And can they get the double play? No, they'll throw it into near the dugout. They do get the out at second, so it's going to be a fielder's choice for Grahovac. They get the lead runner, Kellner, at second. And just a high chopper over to third base. Well played, right on the line there by USC's third baseman, Takuchi. But yeah, just another throw that sails past the first baseman. They're having some tough plays over there at first base. Wasn't that bad from Grahovac, though. So here's Caden Sorrell. And he swings and misses at the first offering. 0-1. Sorrell hits a high one into right field on a line. And a diving catch by the USC right fielder. Wow. What a play there by the right fielder, Jake Basir. That's a great diving catch. Never would have expected that. 2 away in the inning. Thought Sorrell made some decent contact at first. Hakopian swing and a miss. 1-1. You get a couple. If Hakopian goes yard, you give yourself a shot, or at least you can get something going. 1-1 to Chris Hakopian. Wow, got that one in the zone. Awkwardly caught by Cadena the catcher. 1-2 to Chris Hakopian. USC banging on the dugout. Hakopian with a ground ball up the middle. That gets through for a base hit. Grahovac will stay at second, and the Aggies have 2 on and 2 out. So Hakopian gets on with a nice base hit. Chris Hakopian. I think the USC is about to pull. I think that they're going to pull and go to Sax Matson here. 7-1 the score. Aggies have 2 on and 2 out. New reliever coming in. A&M's got 4 outs to play with here to save their season. 4. Just 4 outs. If you are listening, click the subscribe button. Just for the fact that, I just got the wisdom teeth out a few days ago and I'm still here streaming. Just, if y'all want to do me a favor, click the subscribe. 1 subscriber, man, would be, I guess, worth it. It's been tough. Sax Matson coming in making his 35th appearance of the year, 2-2. Here is Jake Dewar. 2 on and 2 out, lefty lefty matchup. And first pitch from Matson in there for strike one. Matson had a great day yesterday against Texas State to keep USC in the tournament. He misses outside pretty badly there, 1-1, but he went few innings, barely did any. He went 4 2/3 innings in this regional. He's given up 4 hits. It's been really good. All right. Yeah, I was on mute for a bit because I was hurting. My jaw was hurting. 1-1 to Dewar. That one's inside. Nearly clipped him. 1-1 to Dewar. That one's inside. Nearly clipped him. Hey, you load the bases here. Things get interesting. 2-1 to Dewar. Bouncing ball to third, scooped by the third baseman, throw to first, and they get the out and get out of the jam. To the bottom, to the ninth, or not the bottom, but to the ninth inning we go in the College Station Regional. Trojans leading 7-1. Wow. I mean, hey, just a little bit of hope for a moment there, but Dewar, awkward little grounder. And there's the inning, boys, and there's the inning. Sax Matson gets it done. What a dog. What a dog. So Cooper Powell is in the game here for A&M. One out here in the ninth. My jaw's just hurting really bad. Not having a good time. But this game's almost over. So yeah, drop a sub for your boy, cause this just this wisdom teeth surgery is no joke, bro. That's all I'll say. No joke. This sucks for sure. I guess I'll just spend the time because I mean, the game's pretty much over. Um, Texas A&M baseball has fallen pretty far under Michael Early the past couple years, and as a Texas fan, obviously I love to see it. Um, as they strike out, Powell strikes them out. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, just how it is. You know, when coaching matters so much in all sports, but especially collegiate athletics. I mean, it's everything, right? You can have a great coach in the NFL, but if you have a bad GM who doesn't bring in talent, coaching gets mitigated a little bit, and vice versa. You can have a great GM who brings in a lot of great players with bad coaching. In college sports, your coach is also your recruiter. He brings in the team as well, and under Jim Schlossnagle, A&M always had really good teams, pitchers, hitters. I mean, that team that they had in the Natty was ridiculous a couple years ago. And now Michael Early's been doing well recruiting hitters. I know they only have one run today, but like the hitting, like they have good hitters, they have good young talent. They don't have good pitchers though. They've failed in the pitching department. They did not have enough consistent arms this season, last season. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's from a program standpoint, they're just not bringing in enough good talent um, on both facets of the game. They're just not. They brought in Hakopian. That was a big portal win. But whatever A&M decides to do after this season, I mean, they have 3 outs left. I guess you never know what could happen. College baseball's a crazy sport. But the reality is you see where you're at, right? Your first year with Early went terribly, but you know what? You gave him the second year. There was improvement. A&M was a top 5 SEC team in the regular season. They hosted a regional. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a bad season, but to get balanced in your home regional after being in the national championship like 2 years ago, it's disappointing to see from an A&M fan's perspective, because I'm a Texas fan, I'm a huge A&M hater, but like from seeing it from A&M, like the way that A&M is from an objective point of view, the reality is the Michael Early coaching decision. We'll see what ends up happening because the lineup usually does hit better than what they did today and in this regional. But the reality is A&M, the main reason why they brought Michael Early in the first place to be the head coach of the program was to run back the roster that got them there and get them to a natty or get them to a deep postseason run with that roster. And they didn't accomplish that. Because, when Schlossnagle left Texas, all the guys like Jay Slaviolek, Gavin Grahovac, all these dudes entered the portal. And A&M, maybe they did try to go get a Brian O'Connor or another elite headman. Ball 4, USC gets a walk. Maybe they did try to do that and it just didn't work out. But like at the end of the day, it's just one of those things where it's like they put all their chips into getting those players back and running it back with that team. And now, Caden Sorrell too. Now you're looking at it 2 years later, and it's like with Laviolette's last year and Prager's last year, you didn't make it to the playoffs. And then this year with Sorrell, Grahovac, Bear Harrison, you didn't even I mean, you're not even gonna make it out of your own regional. I mean, as the home team, so you got to be disappointed. I mean, there was high expectations that A&M program was going to be a big problem in the SEC for a long time if they had retained Schlossnagle, Wiener, Kane. If they had been able to do that, man, they would have. I mean, that was a dangerous program. But they've fallen pretty far, man. They've fallen pretty far, which is to be expected when your head coach and the foundation of your program is ripped underneath you, right under your feet by your arch rival. I mean, that'll kill a program. I mean, A&M was put in a tough spot, tried to bounce back as USC skies one into right field. Dorian Wilson's under it. He'll make the catch, and now we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. But I just wanted to talk about that because, like, that's the big thing here is that Texas A&M is just trying to, like, they were put in a really tough position, and I think if A&M had a pitching coach this year, a better pitching coach, they probably could have gone farther. I think Jason Kelly just hasn't been good. But, I mean, like I said, this program, not what it used to be, um, fallen quite far. Fallen quite far. Um, and sometimes, that's just how it goes. And like I said, their lineup was really good this year. I mean, again, today they struggled. Yesterday they struggled, but like their A&M lineup was legitimately very good. They just didn't have the pitching. They didn't get those pitchers, and that obviously matters. And um, this time of year, pitching matters just so much more. You can. There's a saying is that you can't slug your way to Omaha. This time of year, pitching matters just so much more. You can. I mean, we'll see. See where they go. I don't think they're gonna fire Early. I just don't think that. I think they need to fire their pitching coach, and they need to get a new pitching coach, and then they really need to prioritize pitching. But like, they have to rule. They definitely have some retooling to do in that lineup as well. I know you're gonna lose You're gonna lose your top three hitters: Grahovac, Sorrell, Acopian. So then you're gonna be counting on those young freshmen like Nico Partita. That guy's definitely gonna be top three in your lineup for the next 2 seasons. Like, he's a dog. Jorian Wilson, you hope, makes the step up. Boston Kellner, step up. Obviously, the transfer portal is open now. Guys are going to enter. Can A&M get some of those good portal guys? I mean, just say 8-1. I think it's, yeah. I mean, the portal is going to be key for the Aggies. Is they're really going to need to just get after it in the transfer portal, and try to get as many good sluggers to replace the guys. Because like I said, Caden Sorrell and Gavin Grahovac are two, and Chris Acopian, three top hitters in college baseball. Losing all of them to the MLB draft. So that's obviously very significant. You'll have Bear Harrison. I guess he'll be a cornerstone of the offense next year as well. Giving love to the camera crew. Love to see it. 3 outs to go in A&M's season. It's been a fun little hate watch, but like, it's just how it is, bro. The program is just really okay. I don't know why I have 8-1. It's 7-1 USC. Here is up and in ball one. Is that Nico Partita? Adam Troy's in the game to close it out for the Trojans. Texas A&M's got to have a legendary ninth inning if they want to have a shot at this. Like, truly a legacy inning, bro. Texas Tech's up 2-0. It looks like they're going to the Natty. They just got to close out Bama one more inning to play my Longhorns. First pitch. Second, there's the pitch. First strike of the AB. Yeah, it is Partita. This might be the final couple pitches at Olson this year. 2-1. Partita lines one into right field. That one is going to go foul. Evens up the count at 2-2. But you fire early, then, well, you're starting like truly over from scratch. That's what that is. I mean, Partita, goodbye. Um, Wilson, goodbye. You're losing some big sluggers. But is it worth it? Just missed full count. Like that's what you're risking if you fire early. I'm just tired. Full count to Partita, and he swings and pops this one up into center field, and one away here in the ninth inning. Auburn up 8-3. It looks like they're gonna punch their ticket. 1-2 count here to Ben Royo. So yeah, from a program standpoint, I just think A&M's got some retooling to do. They definitely need to make some big changes in the pitching coach department. And I mean, the lineup is gonna probably be decent if you have Early. So that's the thing. Like, if Michael Early comes back another year, your lineup will probably be pretty good. Um, the pitching decisions have been an issue. That is, Michael Early's game management has been pretty poor the past couple seasons, and I think that's a big concern because I mean that's really what being a baseball manager is. It's just um, having a good pulse and read on the game. There is a strikeout, two away here in the ninth inning. You gotta just have a pulse on your game management and your team. Well, there you go. So we will have multiple SEC on SEC matchups next weekend. Auburn, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Georgia. Man, it's gonna be some. It's gonna be the state of Georgia versus the. Nah, I'm tweaking. State of Georgia would have been in it, but Georgia Tech sold. Cal Poly, West Virginia, a couple Big 12 schools, a couple Big 10 schools. Got ACC representation with North Carolina. Jorian Wilson, the final batter for A&M, if he can't get on, and the first pitch in there for a strike. Oh one, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. USC getting excited. They're one pitch away from winning the A&M Regional. Wilson fouls it off to the left side. And there's ball one. So A&M down to their final strike against USC in the regional. The 1-2 pitch Wilson hits it out into center field, and it is caught, and that will do it. The USC Trojans are going to the Supers as they defeat Texas A&M in College Station. And the Trojans will celebrate little dog pile here at Olson as they've gotten it done. What a big year for USC baseball to go out and get it done, to go on the road into a tough environment in Texas A&M. And there you go. Hard-fought regional. USC lost the first game of the regional to Texas State, if I'm not mistaken. Battled their way back, beat Lamar, beat Texas State, beat A&M twice, and that's how you get it done. So for USC, they will head to Chapel Hill to take on North Carolina. So USC versus UNC. And for Texas A&M, the season ends in the regional. And now big decisions have to be made. Pitching coach. Could we see some change at the top? I don't know. Texas Tech just punched their ticket to the national championship, so it'll be a rematch from last year, Texas and Texas Tech in the national championship in softball. And that also officially does it for regional weekend. Regional week started with 64 teams. Now we are down to 16, the final 16, and then that number will be cut in half to get our Omaha 8. Hopefully the Texas Longhorns will be one of the Omaha 8. Hope you guys all have a good day. My jaw's killing me, but this was a good stream today. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Good luck to USC in their regional against UNC. And goodbye to A&M. It's goodbye to A&M. Texas fight. Put over one more win.